Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master. And today we are going to continue on our way with our quest to take care of some wargs.
I'm sure it will do no good, but may I
Do you,
speak with you?
do you think you could do me a favor, Pinewolf? I tried asking Amorian, but he told me I can't leave Amont Wraith without endangering the rest of us. I suppose that's true, but it's still a little consolation. A friend of mine was visiting my farm when the wargs attacked, a sturdy little fellow from the place called Tuckborough in the Shire. I thought he was right behind me, but by the time I met up with the peaks, our word was gone. It's a morbid task, but could you sort through the bones of the wargs victims up in the northern end there and find if you could find the bones of a hobbit? Oh, wonderful. Alright, let's get going. So these all are in the same general area, so that's what we'll be doing today. Now, I am going to be concentrating on my lore master for a while, and be putting the runekeeper aside until we have a good idea what's going on with the North Downs. I want to show you as much of the before as possible before the switchover, and that way we can... And that way we can handle the after when the runekeeper comes along. Alright. And unfortunately my SSD was getting a little tight in space, so I moved back to my disk drive, and looks like I occasionally have trouble loading in images, which is what happened there. And I guess that's what happened those times when I had a blank screen back in some earlier days, and the disk not being able to catch up. I completely forgot all about those little troubles when I had switched back to the SSD, but just not able to hold both the LOTRO and everything else I've got on there. What I'm going to need is a more recent SSD, it looks like. Alright, let's dismount and not go too fast. Oh, this is bad. Alright. Now I know why I liked playing on an SSD. Let's hopefully I won't have any more troubles in loading, and see if I can find a new solution for handling situations like that. But I think I now finally figured out what was happening on those occasions when I was having a lot of trouble in Brewery. It was loading time from the disk. Oh, bears! That's right. I do have a quest to take care of some bears. And I need 10 bear hides. Now the main thing though I want to do is to get along and take care of... Speaking of wargs... Alright, that takes care of wargs. I need to kill 10 wargs. And that actually started a warg slayer deed. And it'll help to advance my enmity of the wargs deed, which I presume I got one of those things open right now, right? Racial. Enmity of the wargs. 18 of 50. So I'll be needing a few more of those. Now I don't need any wolves, but I am going to run into a few of those along the way as I'm going after the wargs. You see here you have wolves and wargs hanging out together. Now, personally, I think in any natural environment, I don't think the two species would get along all that well. But that's just my opinion. Though I suppose the wargs just might intimidate the wolves or something like that. So even if they don't get along, there may be some sort of peace between them. Especially seeing that wargs aren't exactly natural creatures. At least I don't consider them to be natural creatures. Alright, okay. More bones collected there. Takes care of some wargs. What's in the disturbed earth? Burial mound looks recently exhumed. The contents dragged northwest. Oh. Alright, so that takes care of the bone piles. How many more wargs do I need? 2 more wargs, and then I can take care of the bears. And I think I'll run to plenty of wargs as I go in this direction, and this should lead to some bears. Well, I'll have to take care of a wolf or 2 probably. Alright, that takes care of the wargs. Now let's take care of the rest of the bears. Now right now, you got level 24 creatures here. I'm level 27. So I am a little bit above the level of things. I'm not doing anything like holding experience with this character or anything like that. Since I will be doing that more seriously, halting experience with the Runekeeper, of course, since I already have the item to do that. That's the entire point with that series. In this series, I am leveling naturally. Now, after I finish this area, if I finish the North Downs before Update 13 is released, then I plan to head off into the Troll Shawls, and then maybe even the Misty Mountains. That way I could cover all of the areas that are being revamped. Now, I may have to do something else in between, because the Misties I know are start very high 30s or low 40s. I think there are a couple of 39 quests, but the serious stuff starts in the 40s. Alright, what do we have? One more wolf. And one more bear. Then we can go back and turn in all this stuff. But I am not going to write... Actually, I probably could, since I have all the textures already loaded. I could probably get away with mounting up now. So when you go through stuff that you don't have the textures loaded, where things get bad. Alright. Alright, we'll wend our way through here. We'll turn these in. See what's next. I can't remember if he sends us back here or something else. Actually, I think then they send us into the place where we're killing the bears earlier. So I was doing things a little bit out of order there. That sort of shows you how things get a little bit mixed up, because you have the one where you're going into the fields of Fornos to save the woman who's possessed, and you naturally would think that's the next quest area, but instead it's this area, which is way down on the other side. So I would hope that they change the flow a little bit so that feels more natural. But we will find that out in a little while. Level 27. Okay, I think I'll wait till level 30 before I open up the presents. So that may be in a couple of episodes. Right here, we come up here. Actually, I don't think I can do any tasks. Yeah. Okay, let's turn in all this stuff.
Oh, woe be me.
Ah, you found some bones! Some of these are fairly small, but I wouldn't say any of them are hobbit-sized. Unless I'm very much mistaken, I'd say most of them are goblin bones. Seems to me that the wargs and the goblins are not get along as well at all the time, yes.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
I'm glad you defeated some of the bears of Anadir for me. William and Camilla are so concerned about the warg business that they talk about nothing else. It's worth remembering that there are many threats in the world, and all of them must be dealt with.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
While you were away, I was told that young Honorian that there wouldn't be long before we were out of the way, since the wargs are sure to be driven soon out of Anadir. He didn't even manage to smile. Such a gloomy fellow. Well, when I told him you were taking care of the bear hides for me, he seemed surprised. The bears of Fornost have come into Anadir? The deadly ones have come east? I told him that I didn't think so. But he couldn't take back his words. And if the bears on the fields of Fornost are coming east, I don't want them coming to my farm. If you travel northwest, are you sure to find what you spoke? So now we gotta slay bears in the fields of Fornost.
Oh, dear.
You learned those wargs a lesson? Good! Now if you could learn some grammar, things would be even better. I wouldn't be long before William and I are back to our own land. Not that I don't appreciate Honorian's hospitality, but the ruins are hardly comfortable, and what do we have here? Well, I'm not a warden in this case, and 5. Okay, we'll take the weapon.
You startled me.
You found evidence of digging of the wargs in the large mound? That's very strange. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. Were they searching for something new, dead warrior? Oh, well, whatever. And that takes care of those quests, but he has one for us now. Of course, I do have the bears in the fields.
Could I speak with you a moment?
And defeat the Stonehold Chief and retrieve a message. So we go back to those goblins that we've tried to avoid earlier. Now we've got to actually kill them. And get a message. The Warg, oh, of course, Warg Slayer. And of course, we'll take the short way rather than going by the river like we did when we were avoiding goblins. Oh, okay. Okay, now it's sending me in the direction towards the chief instead of towards the bears. Alright, let me dismount here. Oh, whoa! Making me kill my namesakes. Alright. Now. Now let's see about this chief. Ah, here he is. That wasn't too hard to find. He's not exactly a tough chief here. Conora, looks like them Tarkrip have found what they we. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Oh, there we go. Looks like them Tarkrip have found what we wanted. And 2 parties of them left for the area. They went northwest. I didn't see if they had anything on them. And the other one headed southeast. The second gang was moving slow-like, and I think they were carrying something between them. That should be worth something to you, eh? Alright. So that's a rather cryptic message there. So we'll head back and inform our ranger friend about that. And see what he has to say. Most likely what he has to say is going to involve giving us another quest. You know the drill by now, right? Oh, that's right, because there are some bears that are fairly close by. Even a couple of goblins, as you can see. Like, yeah, down there. Let's see if we could kill a couple of these bears. Alright, now we need only 8 of these. We don't have the one with the bar gas yet. Actually, we are going to eventually get one to kill bar gas, so maybe we could... Actually, problem is, I think she gives us the one with the bar gas after we kill all the bears, so I don't think I should wait all that long. At least I should find out if that's true or not. Problem is finding these bears. They seem to have a lot more bar gas in the area than bears, unfortunately. Alright. Ooh, is that gold I see up there? Ooh, it is gold. Can't forget about gold. Now, bears, if you want to see where bears are at, you know, bears have a rather large swath. Not in the direction I was moving, though. I know. Bring your urgent message to him, but veer aside just before in order to go after some bears. Alright, that's probably not exactly what I would call in character. We don't need to go after the buck. Bears, 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 bears. See any bears around? No, lots of bar gas. Now the bar gas are things that I do really want to make sure I kill quickly, and that's because they have a nasty habit of silencing you, and it's really annoying if you're in a class that uses their voice quite a bit. And the ones who use the voice the most are anyone that... Okay, a tanking guard uses voice a lot. And of course, wardens have one of their 3 basic builders uses voice. Minstrels, everything uses voice. Yeah, after all, that's their entire point, is music. Okay, maybe not voice, but sound. Alright, this is going to take care of the last of the bears. Now I can return the bear quest and, of course, turn in this urgent summons that I did not turn in right away. And we'll use that to conclude our episode and find out what's going on. So up here, I think we are getting close. Alright, this is where we'll stop for today. So remember to tune in next time for Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master, where we will learn what is in the urgent message. Until then, So long.